We were talking about Benny the Butcher. I remember him a few years back. I heard him on an independent indie record company, Griselda. And there was a lot of talent on Griselda. And again, I love that style of hip hop. It sounds real like gutter, grimy, that samples, that cracks in the vinyl, that hard drums. That's where I come from. I love that style of music. So when I heard it, it was very refreshing. The lyrics were nice, they were dope. And now Benny the Butcher, he's now on Def Jam, and he's coming out with his 4th album. What better way to create hype around your album than making a claim like, I'm king of hip hop, I'm king of the country, I'm king of America. That's what he said. Some people say I'm king of New York or I'm king of the West. But no, he said, I'm king of America. And he challenges his rap peers to dethrone him. So this is interesting. I like this. I like these kinds of challenges. When someone says, I got the crown, come take it. You know, it creates competition. I really do enjoy that. And hip hop is all about competition. I think Benny the Butcher, I got to salute his confidence. He really feels that he's the king of the country. You know, he really feels he has the best project. I haven't heard it. It's still coming out. But we're going to go ahead and get into the story, and then I'll go ahead and do a little bit more ranting. Not that anybody cares, but, you know, I do my little 2 cents. This story, again, it comes to you from HipHop DX, and it goes, Benny the Butcher has certainly never lacked confidence, and the Buffalo native has now crowned himself the king of America in an unreleased song he teased online. Benny posted a snippet of the brash forthcoming track to his Instagram story over the weekend as he traveled into Europe as part of his Thank God I Made It tour. The King of America Buffalo Ninja. Okay, I said it. I hear the rappers claiming the crown. If you want it, you gotta come get it, he raps through the car speakers while challenging his peers and moving through Dublin. Walk in that blank, spending catch, so there ain't no need to run up on my credit. We the Sopranos blank. So use your imagination for those colorful fill-ins. And the Butcher also gave fans a taste of another hard-hitting tune that he rapped along to in the back of his ride. There's a story behind that name when they call me the Pre-X Man, like them 2 bricks from Doug and Poppy's from Kazakhstan. I never sold meth, but I know Fent 1,000 gams. You OD off this ish if you bag and don't wash your hands, he rhymes. So, with Benny wrapping up his world tour, he can now fully focus on putting the finishing touches on his Def Jam debut, Everybody Can't Go. So again, he's coming out with this debut on Def Jam Records. Yeah, okay. The 38-year-old revealed that the album will arrive August 11th during an interview with DTLR Radio last month. Man, this new project, I ain't gonna lie, this is the first time I ever announced this anywhere because this is my first interview, he said. You know, August 11th, Everybody Can't Go. Everybody Can't Go. That's the first time I announced a date publicly because they just told me like 3 days ago. The project is fully produced by Hit Boy, and it's not Benny's first time working with the HipHop DX 2022 Producer of the Year, as they previously teamed up for Burden Proof a few years back and have teased Burden of Proof released in October 2020. They debuted at number 27 on the Billboard 200 with 19,000 equivalent album unit sales in its first week. The Buffalo resident signed to Def Jam in late 2021 with the help from Snoop Dogg, who pushed for him to join the legendary label. So, Benny the Butcher, all right, king of the country. As far as hip-hop goes, he challenges people to go ahead and dethrone him. Now, what does that mean? Are we going to see some kind of competition? Somebody says, hey, you're the king of that? I got this banger right here that can dethrone you. Is it going to be disses back and forth? Is he looking for like maybe a sparring partner, somebody to go on the rampage with? So again, I applaud the confidence. I definitely do. Benny the Butcher, you feel in your heart, you really are the king of the country. You've been around for a minute, you know, coming out from Griselda into Def Jam. This is your 4th album. Again, I really enjoy that style of hip hop. Now, my personal opinion, do I think he's king of the country? At this particular time, I do not. That's just my opinion. But let's listen to this new album. Maybe he got some heat that's going to blow people away. And that's why he's making this claim. I'm very curious to see what kind of production, what kind of lyrics, what's he going to do with this album. And Def Jam, you know, they're a legendary record label. Not saying anything about his previous record label. They did numbers, you know what I'm saying, for being a newer label. You know, Def Jam, I think, with the right people behind him, could probably big him up a little bit more, expose his music out there to more people, which is always a good thing. Expose that hip hop out to the audiences. And I'm very curious to see what it's going to sound like. At this moment, if you ask me, my personal opinion, Alex, what do you think he's the king of the country? My personal opinion, I would say no. No, not at this time. I do not think so. Do I respect him? Yes, he's nice. King of the country, that's a bold claim, bro. There's a lot of people out there that just as nice, if not maybe nicer. And I'm not going to get into name dropping and none of that. But I'm just saying, I haven't heard this new album. It's coming out August 11th. If it's anything like you say it's going to be, like, you know, to crime yourself and to challenge his peers, come take it, then I'm very curious to hear it. Let me give it a couple listens. Let me take some notes. How are his lyrics? Okay. How are his beats? Okay. How is his delivery? Okay. How is his marketing, his management? I mean, there's a lot of things that go on nowadays in order for you to be a successful MC. And right now he's in Europe. He's in Europe right now promoting, I'm sure, this album. We just found out 3 days ago when the album is dropping. So very dope. Benny the Butcher, I will definitely keep my ears out for it, for sure. But that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? My opinion. You know, let me know if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be posting this on my social media. You can feel free to follow me all across the board. LX1, LXDAONE. Do you think Benny the Butcher is king of the country as far as hip-hop goes, as far as rap goes? Do you think he holds the crown? And if not, who do you think holds the crown currently? If anybody holds the crown, right? So that's just my 2 cents.